Hey guys, Rich Lopez with the Drop Time Traditions podcast. There is no episode number here. I'm basically winging it. My guest was unable to accommodate us this evening, so I'm basically flying by the seat of my pants and just doing a whatever. It's a whatever. It's a rich moment. It's a drop time narrative, if you will. So my wife's cooking something really good. I'm getting hungry, so this is not going to be a real long one. But I do want to acknowledge the show sponsors and want to thank you guys for 2025 and supporting us for everything. My listeners, my sponsors, everybody. Thank you so much. Uh, Real quick, I want to acknowledge the supporters: Stickbow Country Custom Arrows, Traps Feather Rests, Traditional Bowhunter Magazine, Sauk Trail Archery, StickbowSupplies.com, Whiskey City Trad Gear or WCTrad.com, Jessie Savage Blacksmith.com, TraditionalJunk.com, St. Joe River Bow Company, TheEthicalPredator.com, and lastly, StickbowHuntsMX.com. So, guys, how's your season going? I know mine, I hunted in Maryland twice. Actually, no, I hunted in New York State last week of October. Um, Buddy of mine's nephew owns the farm. I think it's like 85 acres uh, field and a lot of woods. The deer there, they're far and few between. There's maybe 15 deer per square mile, not like in Maryland where there's a hundred. So we got onto some deer and we started figuring it out later in the week. And I said, man, I need to be here, I need to be there. The wind started playing, we play in the wind all the time. So I got in the woods and a little back from the trail. So the wind was in my face and the deer would just come across the front of me and none big enough to really mm, warrant loosing an arrow. Let's put it that way. But then, like the second to last day, I saw a nice 10 pointer come out on the field, following the does out into the field. There were four does. They entered the woods and three came back out. So I knew he was off romancing the stone, if you will. So that was that. And I was hoping to get back there again last week for muzzleloader, but that did not work out fine. My buddy's nephew, who owns the property, was diagnosed with Parkinson's, so he wasn't feeling too well. We did not want to impose, so we decided to hunt in Maryland. 5 degrees. This Florida boy, I've been here 4 years now, and let me tell you, my blood has thinned out something fierce. Um, at any rate, I was a trooper. We got out there, and my buddy shot a nice fat doe first day. Uh, I had an opportunity, but I think I blew it. First day, Monday, I'm sitting in this ground blind off the field because they're all yarded up now. So they're hitting the food sources. So I'm sitting in this ground blind that I created, and not 20 feet from my left, two does bust out into the field, and they're looking around. It was so freaking cold. I could not feel my fingers to take the safety off on my gun. And by the time I got things moving, they already picked me off and they were gone. So that's Monday. Tuesday, same deal. But the deer did not cooperate. They came in below me, and my scent stream went right to them. So they're all staring around looking at my position, but they can't see me, but they know something's not right. So I'm like, ah, shit, whatever. And then off they go. Wednesday, I changed positions. I go on the other side where the deer have been going, and there is some food on there on that other side. Um, the landowner's putting corn out, so you can bait legally in Maryland. So I hunted over a corn pile 2 days, and the only thing that came in was squirrels and birds, and that's it. So, and then the last day I hunted again, cold temps, 8 degrees, high of maybe 28. Um, but I'd changed gloves and, I'm good now. I'm totally warm. Got cold, got a little chilly, but nothing crazy. So, that was the end of that. Did not see it. So I basically have not killed a deer in probably 3 years, 2 or 3 years. But hey, that's hunting. At any rate, I'm done for the year, so I will continue to broadcast here. I'm going to start putting some more shorts on, that's for sure. So I'm just going to do a little show and tell tonight. We'll talk about some deer, maybe tell some stories. Let me reach down here and grab this one. Here's a deadhead from Maryland. This is a deer that I shot and lost early season, probably 1997, 98. Uh, it was a bad shot, far back, gut shot. Never found it. And then I found it when I was doing some spring scouting, looking for sheds, and I came across him. He had gone a good mile, so and died on an adjacent property. I was hunting with a 1971 Black Widow H1225 skeletal riser takedown, 54 pounds, 60 inches, using aluminum XX75s tipped with Zwickeys. That's all I hunt with is Zwickeys, Zwicky broadheads, Eskimos. And yeah, but at least I was able to recover the rack. He was in semi velvet, as you can see. Nice buck. I'm going to say, I don't know. What do you think? You tell me. I'm saying, yeah, 120s. Now, mind you, yeah, I've got this out in front of me. I'm 6 foot, 220 pounds. So that's a big buck. That's a nice buck. Got a lot of junk, got a lot of beating, got all the good stuff an eight pointer should have. It's kind of heavy, mass weight. That being said, that was that deer. Now we have this one. This was another one that got away. And by the way, if you're a bow hunter and you've never shot and lost a deer, you're full of shit. Okay, so look at the brow tines on this thing, and then we have a third beam here, a third point coming out, separate from the main pedicle. This was he was nice. Yeah, I'm not the greatest shot when it comes to traditional, but I'm better now than I was. So I was shooting right-handed back then. I'm a lefty now. I generally don't miss on game. But yeah, this guy is he's a beauty. To see him live is to really see something. But yeah, that was another one. I was what was I hunting with that time? That was probably around 2000. I think I was hunting with a not a bear. It was my original Bear 59 Kodiak, which is hanging up behind me. Um, Right-handed, 45 pounds. Again, I shot too far back because I was watching the arrow. Don't watch your arrow, folks. Uh, you're gonna screw up every time. Um, that's a nice buck, man. But whatever. Found it again. Shed hunting. Let me get a little hydration frustration here. Now on this one I got it. I recovered this one. A little bit of the same gene pool. Probably 2012, 2011. Nice deer. Look at the bases on this thing. But look at the skull. It looks a little retarded, especially up in here. It's a little extended, a little more extension going on here. Um, oh, this is 2004. Okay, I just looked inside the skull. See, look at these brow points, man. This is badass. Look at the beating. This guy destroyed cedar trees. Destroyed them. Let's look at the back. You can see a lot's going on here. Yeah. Very strange pedicle. but nonetheless, a big deer, heavy bodied deer. I think this one dressed out about 185, which is big for my area. Again, this is a Maryland deer, my old homestead that I used to hunt. I had probably about 75 acres of woods behind my house with corn and all that. And then it finally got developed and that killed everything. So let's go to this one. This one was killed on an army base. You know, you basically apply for the permit, they allow you to hunt. This was a cool deer. Yeah, I bow shot that. Oh, there's no date in there. So I think I was single at the time. So I'm going to say this is probably 1993. I got remarried in 96. So this is in that period where I was terrorizing the skirts in the town. So he's a nice buck. Fort Meade, Army Base is where I shot this. And at the time, I was using a bear takedown, a B riser green stripe, uh, 60 pounds, and shooting aluminum arrows. I use a lot of aluminum. Now I'm shooting a combination of aluminum and carbons, um, for that matter, but always the Zwicky. This was a long shot, believe it or not, 35-yard shot. And I Hail Married that sucker, and luckily it met its mark. Short recovery, 40, 50 yards. Uh, real nice deer. Heavy, heavy. And at the time, I was living with a guy named Frank. And so all there was the backyard, a tree. And so I had to hoist it up in the tree. And I got neighbors looking at me like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm gutting a deer. So no, I gutted it in the woods, but I'm skinning it now and I'm butchering it in his backyard. And then I made quick work of that. I didn't want the attention. So that was fun. And then lastly, same place a year later, little 10 pointer. This is my favorite thing, a little blowhole. Some kind of an insect got in there while it was in velvet, decided to have babies and blew that out. 2000, this is 2000, October 2000. So there's that. That cool? Yep. Let's look at the back half. Yeah, it's got some mass weight to it. This was a nice deer. Memorable, at the very least. And then, as you can see, you take the camera here. I got a bunch of shit here, piles of sheds. Got more racks. Um, at any rate, that was that. But let me show you some bows here. Let's move on to bows. Browning Explorer, one of my favorite bows to collect, and great shooting bows. This is an original from 1968. They did number their bows, preface prefix whatever, preface it with a 8 D1167, 43 pounds, left-handed, 62 inches. So this would be an Explorer 2, Roman numeral 2. This has got a beautiful, beautiful schedule riser. Not rosewood. It was rosewood in 67. And green glass. Here's the weirdness of it. Whoever had it before me decided to do, see the tips? Something happened there where they shaved them off. But the bow still, the bow is functional. It shoots. It's a great shooting bow, especially at 43 pounds. Bottom limb's good. This thing is a shooter. Let me tell you what. It's better than a 56 incher. There's a lot of finger pitch on that one. But this particular bow is a beauty. I mean, I love shooting this thing. They had a good thing going, Browning did back in the day. Now, Here's a Browning remake by my buddy Dean Miller, Bowyer Dean Miller. And I know Dean's gonna be watching. Look at the wood on this thing. Cocobolo, crazy Cocobolo. Look at the figure. Is that orgasmic or what? And green and white overlays. Look at this. This is retarded. My God, look at this. Look at the figure on this thing. And it has the telltale Fedora thumb rest. Mike Fedora, who's been on the podcast before. Uh, Dean tells me he learned from Mike. So it's called an Arizona Jaguar. And this one is 40 pounds. Perfect. This is in my wheelhouse. 40 pounds. Tip overlays. We can handle fast flight. That's what's on here. This bow's a screamer. Yeah, I love it. This thing is beautiful. But at any rate, that's what's going on here. Nothing else much. My office chair, the piston that keeps me afloat is failing, so it's dropped me down about 6 inches. My wife was nice enough to buy me a new office chair while I was out hunting. There we go. Oh, there we go. I've grown. Uh, so at any rate, I'm done. I'm getting ready. Actually, I'm gearing up. I'm going back to Mexico. Uh, End of February with my buddy Patrick Patterson, who's been on the show, and two other guys, a guy and his son, who I've never met before. I'm looking forward to that. It's really going to be a blast. I can't wait. Um, I think the only downside to it is just the traveling. I mean, thank God I got a layover that's not so crazy. The last time I flew to Dallas to go to Durango, I had like a half an hour window to get. And if you've ever been to Dallas airport, that place is a monstrosity. It's a complex within a complex. You have to actually take a train to go to your gate. It's nuts, just nuts. But this time I've got like an hour, hour and a half. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to miss my flight, thank God. But it's good times. So nothing else is new here. I'm starting to get back onto bows. The weather's been cooperating. So guys, thank you for your patience. Uh, my wife's health is improved. Everybody's good. Just had my septic cleaned out, so now I can go take a crap instead of the bucket. But at any rate, I don't even know where I'm at now with this recording. But I wanted to do something here to at least talk about stuff that I'm involved with. Hunting season's been great. Everybody that I know has been having a great season. A lot of big bucks got killed this year. So if you guys have any questions or inquiries as to how I can make this podcast better, please message me. I'm not hard to find. DropTimeTraditions.com. I'm on Facebook, Rich Lopez, or Drop Time Traditions dash Rich Lopez, or send me a message through YouTube. I mean, I'm easy to find. Um, we've got a lot going on here. Got a lot of books. I'm selling a bunch of stuff. I'm slowly getting rid of my collection and items just so I don't burden my family. Um, I did publish an article years ago on Facebook about your collection and insuring it. And there's a lot of guys out there that have collections that don't have insurance for them. And you got to think about this thing. You got to think about collecting your bows, collecting your archery stuff, and what happens if you take the dirt nap? That's a real question. That's a real question. You cannot leave your family with this burden. Enjoy it while you can, but get rid of it while you can. I'm serious because they're not going to know what to do with it. Nobody in my family knows what to do with my stuff. They wouldn't even know how to value it. Um, I don't even want to take the time to school them on this because they really, in all seriousness, they don't give a shit. Um, so that's pretty much it on that standpoint. But at any rate, guys, I want to thank you all again. And if you need to reach me, like I said earlier, droptimetraditions.com, Facebook, social media, Instagram. I'm not hard to find. Thank you again for all your support. Um, Mental illness is an issue. So if you see something, say something. Help those that need help. Pretty much what else? That's it, man. Hey, have a great Christmas. Have a great New Year's. May 2026 be prosperous for all of you. Love y'all. Take care.